I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you, Miss Lauren, our sharer tonight. I wonder if I hit mute, you still be heard. I'm going to mute the screen, and Christina, will you let us know if you can still hear Lauren talk?
Can you share the screen with me?
Yeah, do you remember how we did that?
Or maybe here, I think maybe it was on my end. Hold on. Oh no, that's your screen. Oh, hold on. Time out. I will get it.
I just hit something saying that multiple participants can share.
I just gotta find, there it is. Okay, so if I'm here, oh. I can't get you there. Share screen. Okay. All right.
There we go.
You'll see.
Cool. I'm gonna try and mute myself so I can eat my dinner.
Okay. This will be really quick. So today I just wanted to share a 3-step skincare system that I've been using for probably like a month and a half now, and I am loving it. So the first one is a rosemary lavender foaming face wash. I just have it, and here's this over here is actually a picture of my 3 bottles that I have. So I have just a glass foaming pump I got off Amazon, distilled water, unscented cast iron soap, jojoba oil, and then lavender, frankincense, and rosemary. And I just have to shake it before I use it, pump 2 to 3 pumps in my hand for my face wash. And it's amazing. I feel like my skin, sometimes after you wash your face, it feels like just real dry and like stiff. And this does not make it feels so moisturized and so soft. And I've just noticed a huge change in my skin. Then as a toner, I use this little glass spray bottle here. And it's just apple cider vinegar and water, distilled water. That's all it is. And then it's half and half in the bottle. Just shake it up and spray it on my face. Or you could get like a glass bottle with just a screw top and get a cotton ball if you prefer like to rub it on your face versus spraying. Again, just very purifying. And I've noticed a decrease in little like blackheads or something on my nose. And then for the moisturizer, and this is the part that's been so interesting to me, is I have pretty oily skin. And so I was a little concerned about using an oil-based moisturizer. But my face is not oily at all. Use this little dropper bottle here. So it's just the jojoba oil, lavender, frankincense, and rosemary again. Shake before you use it. Just put like the dropper in a little bit in my hand and then rub on my face morning and night, even before like I put on my makeup. You could also mix this with like a normal moisturizer that you use. Before I started using this, I was just putting a drop of frankincense in my moisturizer that I was already using. So I've replaced it, but you could do the same with just this mix. So that's all I have. It's wonderful.
That's awesome, Lauren. How did you learn how to do that? Did you research it, or you just kind of
question right out of my mouth?
Sit out.
I actually can't take full credit for it. Emily found it, and I was talking about wanting to make my own moisturizer one night, and she was like, "Oh, well, I have this one that I think she made all three. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, so it was from this other girl, and actually she was a Young Living person. And so that's kind of like why I remade like the recipes and stuff, because hers showed Young Living oil in it. And so, so yeah, and I just made it and tried it and fell in love. Like I will never go back to, and it's so cheap too. That's like the beauty of it. Like it costs nothing compared to like what I was paying. So anyway,
so the Young Living recipe that you found had already selected the lavender, frankincense, and rosemary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there was one there was a couple she thought that you could like add in also, like Melaleuca if you are prone to like breakouts, which I'm not. But I mean, usually around my time of the month is the only time I'll break out a little bit, and I haven't even had those breakouts since I started using it. It hadn't been very many cycles, but still, it was. I don't know. I'm loving it.
And did the Young Living girl share the apple cider vinegar toner too, or did you come up with that one?
Yeah, no, all three of these were from her.
I'm struggling with my skin right now. Again, this pregnancy is so different, and ever since I got pregnant, I have been breaking out like left and right, and I've never had pimples my entire life, like ever. And Jordan swears it's a girl. She says that when you're pregnant with a girl, they steal your beauty, and she broke out a lot when she was pregnant. And I'm like, I've tried a couple different things. I've tried not using doTERRA. I've tried using Patrick's stuff. I mean, I've tried like so many different things, and I want to try this, but I kind of feel like you can't use rosemary when you're pregnant. So I have to look into that.
Really?
Yeah, hold on just a second.
Okay.
Lauren, are you going to post that or
email
that to me or something? Yeah, I'd love to try it.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing. Yeah, I'll put it on the One Drop page.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Yeah.
Great.
To share, because I really have enjoyed it so much. Jenna, we'll just replace the rosemary with Melaleuca since you're breaking out.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
I'm having a like major love with rosemary right now, like in the diffuser and in this. Like I feel like I'm obsessed with it all of a sudden. But and it's funny because I never had it until I got it for the first time in April. My April order, because then in May it was the free product of the month. And so I never even had it until the last 2 months, and obsessed.
So now you have 2 bottles because you bought it in April and then you got it for free?
I sure do. So I'm stocked for a little while.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, I would try it, Jenna, and do Melaleuca. I didn't know I thought you just couldn't use jasmine and clary sage were the 2 main ones.
I don't know. I feel like I just need to revisit it. I feel like I've the worst pregnancy brain. I can't remember anything, and I've had to like totally go back and do research as if I'm a brand new oil user. And the essential midwife Stephanie Fritz, who wrote that great book that I use and love, and it was like my oil Bible, she actually just did a huge long post saying that the rumor about clary sage and pregnancy is so false. She was like, you can use it throughout your pregnancy. She's like, unless you're in like active labor, it's not going to do anything. So I thought that was interesting. I'm not really willing to try it, but
yeah. Well, I feel like in her book, it says clary sage. Like, I feel like that's one that she like mentions in her book not to use. So maybe she just found new information or something.
Yeah, and she definitely says to use clary calm, which has a little bit of clary sage in it. But yeah, I just need to revisit. And I know jasmine is definitely one, and it's in the Virage skincare, which is a skincare that I use. And they say that in the skincare it's fine because it's like minimal amounts because it's in like a blend as opposed to just using jasmine oil, which I was using Jasmine Touch as perfume because I loved the smell so much. But I I don't know. For some reason, I feel like rosemary was on there, but I'll have to double check.
Yeah. Okay.
I've been using frankincense and rose, so.
Yeah.
But I need to figure something out because I feel like my skin's just so different right now.
Yeah. No, this is awesome. And I'll post it to the One Drop page when we get done.
Cool.
Emily, I totally gave you credit for your recipes that you shared with me.
Oh, thanks.
Hi, Emily.
Hi.
Lauren, is there anything else that you want to share?
I don't think so yet. I was still working on a couple things that I would like to share. The only thing, like business-wise, I think I've decided, and I don't know, this may be random, but for the rest of the month, I'm going to make a graphic and send it out probably after the 15th about like a referral thing for the rest of the month. Like if any of my people refer a friend to me and they sign up, I think they'll get like either 20 PB worth of whatever their choice, or they can earn the commissions on it or something. And so if after I create that graphic, if anybody's interested in it, doing something like that as well, I can upload it.
You should just post it on the One Drop page and share it. So if anybody wants to use it, they can. Can you stop the share so we can just see your face figure? Well, I'm just curious before we move on, and this is kind of personal and putting you on the spot, but I just want to know what changed for you. Because when I moved, you were like, yeah, I'm just going to go at my pace. You know, I have the kids, like Jonathan works, and I don't know what happened, but like every day, if not every week, like I am just continuously amazed by you and your creativity and your go get 'em. Like, I mean, out of nowhere, you were always so scared to post on Facebook, and out of nowhere, you're just like, and I mean this in the best way, don't change what you're doing. Like, you're blowing up Facebook. Like, you've come out of this shell or something, and I just want to know why. Like, I love it. I think it's incredibly contagious. It's motivated me so much, and I'm just so proud of you, and I just want to know, like, what changed?
I think I don't know. I feel like with the make and takes, like just the concept of it, it just got me like I felt more comfortable with that idea, and I felt more like I can do this with that format. And so I think that's what sparked it, like that I can. And I also think like in my free spare time lately, I'm doing less, like, unfortunately during nap time, I'm doing less chores around my house or sitting and vegging in my peace and quiet and like listening to like essentially obsessed live Q&As and like podcasts and stuff. And so like I've kind of found a rhythm and like educating myself too. I mean, through these calls as well, but like on top of what we do here, just to kind of pour into and get ideas too. And I'm like doing that more so in the last like month than I've ever done. Cause like I said, usually I'm just doing chores or vegging in the peace and quiet. So, I don't know exactly. And maybe it's just like seeing a little bit of success has got me, or like just a few enrollments, like just that I can really do it. And Jonathan's being very awesome about keeping the kids, and I'm not as paranoid about asking him to like do it while I can go, do a class or whatever. So I don't know exactly.
It's great. I love it. And I think it's so amazing to just see you blossoming. And sometimes I'm like, Lauren should just lead all of these calls because you just are like rocking it so good, and you come up with so many good ideas. And I feel like, and that's what makes a team, right? And everything I've learned from all these other leaders is that there's no I in team, and it's about collaborating and networking and the strengths coming together to form this incredible team that makes us all blossom. And I'm really good on like the product knowledge and the education and, you know, doing classes like the way that I was taught, but I lack so much of that creativity and like do it yourself stuff. And the make and takes I think are fun, and I think it's a great way to engage. But I have been so intimidated to do a make and take class as an enrollment class. You know, something about that just intimidates me so much. But you and Emily have like rocked it with your make and takes. I mean, how many have you guys done in like the last month? Like 4 or something? I mean,
yeah,
you guys have done an amazing job with just hitting the ground running with the make and takes. And, you know, I, as a leader, am struggling so hard right now, just like staying above water. You know, it's like my whole world was turned upside down almost a year ago. And there's so many times over the last 2 months, I'm like, fuck this. I cannot do this. Like, I can't commit to you guys. I owe Lauren, you like oils from, you know, 2 months ago. It's like, a lot of it is financial too. Like, I don't even have the money to go to the post office right now, you know? And I just feel like you have come to life at such a good time for me because it has made me like repurpose myself and like know that I want to keep doing this and I need to keep doing this. It's just been a big life change all at once, and we're not quite through it yet. But I just am so impressed by how much you've changed, and I just love the word blossomed. I think it's been so cool to watch.
Well, thank you. And I thought, you know, like the make and take that Emily and I just did, that I thought we could post to the One Drop page if you're good with that, Emily, our summer essentials, because that's one we created ourselves. And yeah, any resources that I do come up with, because I've really gotten into like making stuff. Like I'm no like creative designer or like, I don't know, designer of flyers or something, but I've really been.
The invite you made for me yesterday was amazing.
Oh, thanks. But just anything, just like start like a files section on our OneDrop page of like, I mean, anybody else that has something that they use that works for them. And that way we kind of have a database for ourselves and new people that come in that are wanting to start building.
Yeah, there's on the OneDrop page and on the Lotus Living page.
There are some.
Yeah, there's files on both of them.
Okay.
But you don't ever have to ask permission. Like, you guys can post on the Lotus Living page. You guys can share files on the OneDrop page. I mean, again, these are our team pages, and they're here for everybody to utilize and share as much information as you can because it helps everybody. And yeah. I think, you never have to ask, but here's the files. And I haven't, added to it in a while, but there's some on here. But yeah, I mean, feel free to do whatever you want. And I think that skincare that you just shared, you can post that on Lotus Living too. I think a lot of people, would be really into trying to make that their own stuff, and if they're not using any of the skincare already, maybe they're intimidated by the price, and maybe you can share like how much you've spent or like how much it costs to use that skincare that you're using, and maybe people would be willing to try something that's at a lesser price.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can put that together or put that on there and with some description too, I think. Okay, so, just a question. So we have upped our Lotus Living posting. Is that okay? I feel like we blew it up this weekend, but is that okay?
So. I mean, people will follow and pay attention to what they want. And
yeah,
I thank you guys for being open to my suggestions of you guys, posting more on there. And Christina, that goes for you too. If you have things that you want to share or things that you use or love or recipes, I mean, please, I encourage everybody to post on that Lotus Living, because we all are so different and people are so hungry for information and ideas and recipes. I want to make sure that everyone understands that it's our page, and use it to the best of your ability and share what you're comfortable sharing with. And I had a talk with Lauren and Emily about brainstorming with them on just, they're obviously actively enrolling and building, good teams. And so I had asked them to post more on the Lotus Living page. That's what Lauren was just referring to, just to help engage on that page and, have their enrollments hear from them and not just me. And we all share such different information, so no, I think it's great.
Okay.
All right. Do you have anything else?
Well, I just remembered that I had texted you earlier. So I was thinking it would be cool to put on Lotus Living just for our people that are on there, like our daily oil and our doTERRA product usage. Like we saw like Dr. Hill's, like what he does in the morning and what he does at lunch and what he does at night or whatever. And I thought it would be cool if like each of us on the One Drop page.
The Lotus Living page.
Yeah, but do it on Lotus Living, but anybody that's on the One Drop page. So like builders that have teams that are on these calls to put together like what we use every day. And that might like spark, like if we each post that, it might spark for like a new person or somebody who doesn't know what to add to their LRP that month, or I don't know, just like spark some ideas, because we're all going to have such different feedback on that and like what our daily routines are. So I thought it would be fun to see what everybody's is and post that for our people.
No, I saw your text and I love that idea. I think it's a great idea because all of our day-to-day routines are so different. And, I'm sure a lot of us use the same product to some degree, but maybe the timing is different on when we do it. Or no, I think it's a great idea. I absolutely loved your suggestion, and I would be open to that. If all of you guys would be. I was thinking of also maybe doing like an introduction about all of you guys so that they know like why you're posting more educational like information as opposed to just asking a question on like a beginner question. So that people know like, okay, Lauren and Emily and Christina and Rachel and, everybody, all these people are doing the business with Jenna, just so that they kind of know who you guys are. I mean, your people know who you are, but everybody else doesn't necessarily do it. Like, again, tying you guys into the team. And, when you posted about the make and take, maybe people were thinking like, well, who's Lauren? Why is she doing a make and take? So if I introduce you guys as like, this is our team, we're all doing the business, we've all added people to this page, then they know like if you answer a question or you're posting something, it's just as valuable or legit as if it was me doing it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah. No, I think it's a cool idea.
You sound hesitant.
Well, no, I just don't want people to think like, I guess if you just make it, I guess, like, these are the people doing the business. And I still want them to think that, like, you're picking us out and, like, leaving some people behind, like some of your just,
No.
like, purchasers, you know?
No, I would definitely introduce it as, like, these girls are doing the business with me. They started off using the oils and, you know, fell in love and have started their own business, and they're actively enrolling people. And I wanted to introduce them as my business partners to this page, so you all know that they can answer questions and they'll be sharing information, and just so they kind of know, like, not that I'm like some superior, but you know, there's so many people on here who are brand new that maybe like, well, who's Lauren? Why is she sharing all this information? You know what I mean? Just to kind of solidify that this is our team page and these are your leaders. So feel free to ask any of us questions or, you know.
Like that. I think that would be good.
Emily or Christina, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We all have different backgrounds, right? So I might be a more medical answer to a question, or have an adrenal blend or a thyroid blend, stress blend. And other team members might have more input on children. You know, Gina's all grown up now. She grew up, you know what I mean? Like smaller children, or, you know, sunblock, things like that. You know, we all come from different angles. Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Definitely. Hold on 1 second. We're having a meltdown. I'm sorry. So sorry about that. Emily, are you cool with that, or do you have thoughts?
Sorry, I've been kind of in and out because I'm trying to get some stuff done, but from what I did hear, sounds good.
Cool. You're okay to be introduced on the Lotus Living page?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. All right. So I don't have a whole lot. Back to the basics, letter E. E is for bringing good energy and enthusiasm, enrolling. This is your bread and butter. We all know the pipes: presenting, inviting, preparing, inviting, presenting, and enrolling. And the good energy and enthusiasm is super important. It goes hand in hand. So what's your guys' number? Did anybody share, invite, present, follow up, present the business, or show others how to do it?
I mean, yes. Yes. I mean, so in the last
since our last call.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, since our last call, I think we did 4 classes, invited, did a vendor fair. We talked to a lot of people about oils and doTERRA and lifestyle. Invited probably 60 plus people, followed up with all of them. And the ones that came, following up the ones that came to the classes. I wouldn't say I presented the business really. I did and I asked the question in a couple of membership overviews, and they shut the door really quick. So didn't discuss it necessarily.
Yeah, that's pretty common, especially early on. Usually they're a little overwhelmed with just getting their oils, and most people, all the leadership calls I talk to, like the Blue Diamonds and Presidential Diamonds, they're like, when we were first introduced to oils, we said, no way, don't talk to us about the business. And within 6 months to a year, they changed their mind. So everybody's different. Some people know right off the bat that they want to do it as the business, and others don't. And the business can be intimidating to talk about with people, I think. But
definitely. Well, that's what I was thinking, in my head with the referral, incentive. It's maybe I'll find a secret sharer anyway, even if it's not a full-fledged builder, but just find a share. So man, that was easy. And I got either the commissions or the free product, whatever they choose. And maybe to uncover people that don't know that they could do it.
The shares are amazing. You want to love on any share that you can get, because some people don't want to do the business, but they're willing to share, they're willing to host, they're willing to refer people. I've always heard people say, love hard on your sharers because they can make your business grow. Mm-hmm. You may not find a builder, but the sharers can be equally as valuable in a different way. Mm-hmm. So I think your referral program, I know when you asked me about it a few weeks ago, again, I thought it was an amazing idea, and another way to put yourself out there and be creative on how to continue to grow your business. I think it's a brilliant idea.
Well, I'll let you know if it works.
And if not, maybe you could do something maybe if they don't necessarily have a referral, but maybe they'd be willing to host a class or a party for you. That might also seem less intimidating or committed or building maybe to some people. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I wanted to just talk about ranks. As some people are still getting going, some people are growing. I know I'm still growing. And do you ever wonder exactly what it takes to build to different ranks in doTERRA? Most of us start out just sharing oils, getting enrollments, and hoping that it all magically appears through the needed volume. But very quickly, we realize something much deeper and so much bigger than my classes and enrollments is happening here. Oftentimes, we find ourselves stuck at a rank, even though our intentions are strong to move beyond it. We can even find ourselves sliding back to a previous rank, which can be very frustrating. That happened to me. I went from silver to gold, and now I've just been at silver. But this chart beautifully shares the skill sets and mindsets needed to become a certain rank. So really delve into the up-leveling process for yourself in the area in which you desire to grow. So look for the books, resources, and events that will provide what you need to fully become that desired rank. and ask your upline for support and help in these areas and lean into the lessons that show up to grow you. Where are you? What is your next ring? And what will you focus on to create it? So the image is this image here. And I loved to hear you say that you're listening to podcasts, because everything I learned since I've been in Mexico was that this isn't an oil business. It's a self-improvement business, really. It's all about growing ourselves and facing challenges and finding those limiting beliefs that are going to prohibit you to move on to the next chapter in your journey. So the elite, which is where most of you guys are trying to get to. You haven't hit elite yet, have you, Lauren?
No.
Yeah.
Not
You're
even
close, though.
No.
No, you were close last month. You were like 900 PV away or something.
Well, yeah, that's
close though, considering
I feel like it's so far away. Well, because I'm like a solid director. Like that's all I'm gonna hit, I think, this month. I know it's still early, but you never know.
How much are you making every month?
Well, it's kind of hard to say. I feel like I'm like this month, just with my doTERRA commissions, maybe like I'm at 149 in my 4-week right now, I guess. But then like this month, I'm seriously probably going to make like my 4-week for just this month will probably be like $60 or $70. I bet. I don't know what my unit level will come in at. I'll get the $50 power of 3.
Well, you haven't lost that since you got it, right?
I got it 2 months ago. I didn't get it last month. I got it last month, not the month. I skipped a month, I guess. So it's 2 out of last month.
Good. You're getting your oils paid for. So that's a big step, and you're not far from elite. But basically, build belief in the product. With courage, you share experiences and invite to change lives to attain and sustain the rank of elite. Emily's Premier, working towards silver. So for Premier, you're building belief in the company and opportunity. You're learning about integrity and presenting the message with integrity. You're growing trust to enroll people and to attain and sustain the rank of Premier. So to attain and sustain the rank of silver, with commitment, models success habits, solidify certainty, and build belief in you. To build to gold, you would attain and sustain the ranks of gold with love, transfer vision, nurture a team culture of duplication, and build belief in your builders. To get to platinum, you'll be with gratitude, expanding community and leadership, and amplifying momentum. And then you build belief in your team, not just your builders, but your team. Diamond is with diligence, inspiration, and to lead a movement, multiply abundance, and you build belief in your why. Blue diamond is with humility, infuse passion for purpose, cultivate empowered leaders, build belief in your influence. And presidential diamond, which right now all the presidential diamonds are on an all expenses week paid trip to Lake Como. And their pictures are making my mouth water. I'm like, oh my gosh, Lake Como is on my bucket list. I want to go there so badly. It is so beautiful. And seeing all these pictures of all these presidential leaders there, I'm like, I want that. So with charity, you seek to liberate, you live to serve and transform the world, which just makes me want to cry. I just love that statement so much. And you build belief in your legacy. So I thought that was kind of interesting, seeing kind of where you're at with all the different ranks and your belief system and what it takes to get to each rank, and you know, each rank comes with a new challenge and growth and new affirmations and beliefs. It's pretty amazing. But to me, just, I'm always thinking about, of course, quitting my job. I cannot wait to quit my job, and I cannot wait to retire, Patrick. But what I want to do, what I'm going to do with my time and the money I'm making, and this last week with all the suicides that happened, and for me personally suffering severe anxiety, I want to do something around mental illness so badly. And I'm always playing out in my head, what will I do? Like, how can I create like this movement around this? And I want to start a charity organization, and I feel like I want to start it in children, because there's no reason why children should have anxiety, but they do, you know. And seeing that on the presidential diamond here with charity, seek to liberate, live to serve, and transform the world. Like, I can't wait to be able to do that. I can't wait to be able to do that. That is like so empowering to me. I mean, to be retired and financially free is, of course, very attractive, but it's a bigger picture than that. What will we do, and how will we continue to impact the world and transform lives? To me, it's amazing. So I thought that rank posting was kind of something to just ponder on and think about, and we're all in different levels and stages, and all contributing in one way or another. And I love what we're doing and how we're impacting others already. But how is this going to change for you guys? How is it impacting you, you know, on a monetary level or spiritual level, or, you know, just thinking outside of the box and being creative and getting out of your comfort zone, and how it's growing us as individuals too.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody have anything that they want to say or share or thoughts? No?
Just a suggestion. I would love, and because I love the vitamins, but I'm not like a very good at telling anybody what they do. I would love some vitamin education on the Lotus Living page if you're able to do it. I mean, I don't feel like it's something I can contribute because I don't feel very knowledgeable about them, even though I take them and love them. That's about as far as my explanation can go. So,
you mean like doing like a live video or posts, or just kind of doing like maybe a week's worth of education on the lifelong vitality?
Yeah, something, and maybe a mix of like something they can read and the lives, because not everybody will like stop and watch the lives, and not everybody will stop and read, but maybe, and I just thought it would help if it can be like in some very simplified form. Maybe I can wrap my brain around like how to explain what they all do. But also I feel like we have a lot of people that we've just added to the page too. And I think it won't be bad to see if we can get them on starting to use the vitamins too.
If we could all get
point in mind,
10 people on the lifelong vitalities, our businesses would change.
Yeah. And so that's why I'm like, I feel like I am not where I can do that knowledge-wise.
Right.
So I know you know a lot about them, so.
No, and you know, I was talking about this with Rachel. I did a one-on-one call with Rachel, and I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys I wasn't starting the LRP club May 1st, but I couldn't get it together. I was so sick, and I want it to be a successful program. I didn't want to roll it out and have it be half-ass, and between being so sick and not feeling financially stable to support it, I just decided it wasn't the right time. And we kept rescheduling the calls because I was sick. So I apologize that I didn't communicate that. But thinking about the lifelong vitality made me think of this because I'm rethinking it again. And I do want to do it. I just need to be a little more prepared to roll it out and have it be successful. But having said that, I was thinking that I maybe want to do 2 tiers, like a 50 PV and 100 PV, because if we could all get 3 or 4 more people to just do at least a 50 PV order, that could change our business too. And especially for people who are new or for people who haven't dived into the consumables, 50 PV just seems a lot more doable for some people, especially for some of like single parents who are on the page who really want to introduce the oils to their family, but they don't have the means to support, you know, $125 order every month. It just felt like a little less intimidating, and that goes hand in hand with a lifelong vitality. And I think that's a great idea to spend some time just talking and educating about that, because if we could get people to just try these vitamins, that could be a game changer for not just their health and their life, but for our business, because it's a consumable. They'll be ordering it every month or every 2 months if people decide to split that dose. And if people were ordering that regularly or any of the consumables regularly, it would be just incredible to watch our businesses blossom, you know, bringing in more income because people are ordering more. So when I'm ready, I'll launch the LRP club, and I was thinking about doing the 2 different tiers, but I will definitely get some information together on the vitamins, and I will share some information on the page about that. I think that's a great idea.
Okay. And then after maybe you do a few days of the lifelong vitality, or a week or whatever, however much content you can do or have, and then maybe do the children's line too. You know, just like why, I mean, I love those, and I swear the PB Assist keeps Sterling like regular, and I just hear all these kids that, you know, that kid only goes every 3 days or whatever, which is not my kid, but I attribute that to the probiotic, you know, like.
Totally.
So anyway, yeah. So maybe just all the supplements.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great idea.
And I'll chime in if I have something to say, but I don't know.
No, I think it's a great idea.
Okay. Cool.
Thank you. All right, so what's tonight? June 11th. So next call will be June 25th. Does anybody want to volunteer to share something? And it can be anything.
I could probably say something about something.
Something about something. It's perfect.
But, Lauren, I wanted to tell you that in the Empowered Living series, you have to go back a little ways, but there's one about the vitamins, and they explain a lot. So you might want to poke around there so you can get more comfortable with telling people about what's what.
I will do that. Thank you.
Sure. Yeah.
I will definitely do that. Instead of a podcast, I'll go listen to the Empowered Life series.
I don't know if you like to read, but in your back office, you can order a pamphlet on the lifelong vitality. And that was really helpful to me too. You can buy them, I think, in a pack of 10, or I think you might be able to buy them individually. I can't remember. They have them on the Slim and Sassy, they have them on the Lifelong Vitality, and they have them on the Virage Skincare. Actually, they might have them on all the skincare lines. But that was really helpful for me, and I actually started buying them by the 10-pack. I just gave my last one away. I donated a whole box of Lifelong Vitalities to the girl who's bipolar before she went crazy on me.
No, before.
And so I gave her my last pamphlet, but that was really helpful for me because it actually has like pictures and stuff too. So that might be something that you want to look into also. But there's a lot of information out there, but I think it's a great idea to do like an education series on it. So Christine, I'll put you down for sharing on the 25th, and it can be anything that you want to share. So, well, thank you guys. I hope you have a good week, and I'm here if you need anything.
Okay.
Thanks,
Bye, everybody.
Jen.
Good
Bye.
night.
Lauren, will you stay on for just a second?
Yeah.